May 20th. Just got all loaded up. Sarah and I are going to head to Colorado for a turkey hunt slash scout for elk slash backpack senior trip, have a good time type of trip. So it's about 7 in the morning. We're just heading out. We'll be driving all day. Hopefully spend the night in Denver. We just stopped. Uncle Randy would be proud. Friday morning, May 21st. Spent the night in Colorado Springs. Just had a little quick breakfast and getting ready to head out. Still got snow in the mountains up here. But we're going's not quite that high, so.
They don't even care. They're all does.
Spring turkey hunting in the mountains. Snow. We got some four-wheeler tracks in front of us. A little sketchy. It's not like we're that close anyways. Well, our main spot, we got snowed out, so we turned around, we're coming back, and on the way up the mountain we saw these campers in a little turnoff area, so just saw a guy coming out of there, so I stopped and we talked for a bit. He says, sure, come on up, you can camp here. He says there's turkey all over the place right here. So he just over the backside of their hill here where they're camping. He's not turkey hunting, but the other campers that are up there, he said they're turkey hunting, so we'll have to go coordinate with them which way they want to go. I don't want to step on their toes, but he act like there's plenty, and he had videoed some earlier today, just turkey just right from the campsite here. So a hot tip, gotta go with a hot tip. MRI, most recent information. We're going with it. So we parked the truck to get ready, and right outside here on the ground it's a turkey nugget. So, man, this feels good. The guy told us to go down the snowmobile trail. He was down there earlier walking and he said he saw some, so that's what we're going to try. We quickly gave up on this spot and got up and moved down the mountain. We just heard the first gobble. We've been sitting here 5 minutes. heard that bird gobble about 4 times. But it kept going away from us, I feel. So we gave him about another half an hour. And don't seem like anything's happening, so we're going to pack up and kind of head back to the truck. Maybe we can put the tent out and set up. Seems like we got a good spot. We know there's a gobbler here, maybe 2. We'll give it a few days for sure. We were just climbing out of this hole, and a gobbler was right in front of that log. 20 yards. We tried to get the gun on him, but he was going too quick. That's a bummer. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, thought we'd come back and get the tent set up at our spot, and then decided to cook some supper, early supper, late lunch. We got chili mac. Sarah, what do you think of that? That Max. There's Travis. So the plan is, after we spook that gobbler, we thought we'd let him cool off. So we're going to eat here in a bit and then grab the blind and go set up for the evening. Sunset is about 8 o'clock, so if we get out there at 5, we'll have a 3-hour evening hunt. It's about 5:30 now. We've got the blind set up. The decoys are out. It's overcast. Almost looked like some rain clouds wanted to move in. So we're hoping to sit here for the evening till about 8 o'clock. This is the spot that we spooked that gobbler a couple hours ago. Not sure if he'll come back or not, but anyways, it's not too far from camp and we can just leave the blind set up for tomorrow. So, just going to sit tight and call a little bit here and there. See if we can get something to come.
we got out here and set up the blind. And then Dad called maybe 2 or 3 times, maybe an hour. We're sitting here. And you fell asleep. So I was like, well, if Dad's sleeping, I'm sleeping. So then I closed my eyes, and as soon as I woke up, like to readjust myself, I sat up like this, and there was the turkey full strut right by our decoy. So I quick hit Dad, and I go to shoot, but I didn't have the gun all the way cocked up after I loaded it. So then we had to do that, fix that, and then got a little excited and shot it as it was facing the other way, so it wasn't the best shot.
So next morning, Saturday morning, and had some rain through the night, and I was tired, so we just kind of slept in. It was windy, but now it's kind of calmed up, and rain stopped, sun's out. And I heard a bird gobbling, woke me up in the tent. So he was close to the campground, but on private property, so we circled around. We're on the other side of the private, half-mile away, and we're going to try to circle back in and just see if we can catch up to him again. So, tailgate coffee, a muffin, and we're ready to go. All right, 8:30 in the morning. We took a trip down the road in the truck, saw some hens. We got back to our campsite, heard a gobbler across the road. Just seems like our camping area is a good spot to be, so we're going to go back to the blind and just see what's going on down there. Got some food with us, and hopefully we can sit for a couple hours and send out some calls and bring them over. So it's a little after 4 o'clock. We're back here at camp cooking up some supper. We're going to do some tacos and one of the turkey tenderloins we cooked up. So got all the fixings ready to go. And after supper we're going to head back out, probably move the blind to a different spot where we heard that bird gobbling this afternoon. So it's a plan. It's kind of cloudy and overcast and a little chilly for being middle of the afternoon here. See if we can get a bird gobbling this evening. We sat there till dark and saw nothing and heard nothing. As we got back to camp, I looked across the road and there was a bull elk watching us. Last night was just a terrible storm, wind and rain. So we slept in again. It's about 7:30 now. And right here from camp, I'm looking down 500 yards away is this meadow. It looks like there's a gobbler out there. And maybe a hen too. No doubt trying to dry off. Probably just got drenched. They're on private property there, so we're just going to see what they do. Clouds are still, or fog, up on top of the mountains there. May 23rd, about 10 o'clock in the morning, getting a late start. Had a big storm again last night. So we decided to have breakfast in camp, and we're just heading out to the blind we were in last night. We got back to camp last night, and our fellow camper, our neighbor, said he heard some birds gobbling on the roost. And looking at the map, it's not that far from where we're set up, so we're just gonna get in the blind and hope something comes our way. Got pretty much blue skies. It's a little bit windy still, but hopefully we'll get something gobbling here soon. Fresh. It's 5:30. We just had a nice chilly dinner at camp. We're back out for an evening hunt. We put the blind, moved it this afternoon to a spot where we've been seeing fresh tracks and fresh droppings. It seems like it's kind of a saddle they're crossing. I'm not sure what the magic is, but we've been seeing tracks and poop like every day. So anyways, we're set up. It's kind of a pinch point. We can only see about 30 yards in front of us, so they'll be right on top of us if they get here. The thought is that they roosted this direction yesterday, last night, but the tracks were going this way, so we're thinking this morning that they went that way and now they're going to come back. So always got to have a reason. Right, Sarah?
Right.
Gotta have a reason. May not be the right reason, but
Has a beard. It's coming this way.
big Merriam down. Wow, that's a pile of feathers. Oh, it's Sarah Gimmies. He saw that Jake on top of the hen from probably 60 yards down the trail, and he just came up. Oh man, he was ready to fight. Oh, my heart. My heart is shaking. Wow. Well, here's a bird. We were sitting there bored out of our minds think I just told Sarah not too long ago that turkey hunting is the boringest thing. Why do we ever do it? And the wind died down just for a brief second. And I got the mouth call and made some calls, and I heard a gobble not that far away. He's probably 100 yards at the time over the hill. And we just kind of got ready and started looking through the timber, and finally saw him come out, and he got on the trail here where he could see the decoy and just came in on a run up to the decoys. Here's my Colorado Mountain Merriam. What is May 23rd, 2021. A nice little trip.